Welcome to Venue Marketing 101, a free educational video series for EVENTPROFS powered by Snappening, an event technology company helping you find places to host parties and the pros that plan them, and the Venue Marketing Society, an online community dedicated to answering real venue owners and managers about their daily marketing challenges. Well, hi there. I'm your host, Crystal Grave, the founder, president, and CEO of Snappening, and I'm also the author of the industry's ultimate guide to venue marketing, How to Market an Event Venue, a free downloadable guide to marketing venues from scratch with more than 300 pages of useful tips, ideas, stories, and real-life examples to immediately supercharge any venue's marketing plan. Feel free to connect with me on Twitter and a host of other places if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you. Hey everybody, we're back again this week with our Venue Marketing 101 video series. Just in case you missed episode 1, I want to suggest you give that a quick listen first and then catch up to any of these future episodes. Episode 1 really sets the tone for our discussions about venue discoverability. It helps define the venue discoverability model, and it highlights the 5 steps we're going to showcase over the course of a year with each episode in the series. In other words, episode 1 really helps all these other episodes make a lot more sense. You don't need to watch them all in order to get something out of them, but doing so may help some viewers plan their marketing strategies a little better. And we'd be doing you no favors if we didn't make a video series with something extra in the value department, right? Something you can use right now and see immediate results. That's where our individual episodes featuring more than 50 solid venue marketing ideas come into play. Each video gives you a few nuggets of solid marketing advice that's been tailored specifically for venue owners and managers. Some little aha or oh right idea that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. So please feel free to join us weekly right here on our YouTube channel as we explore this topic all year long and add value to your week. Hi there and welcome to today's episode number 19. Today we're talking all about hosting an industry workshop at your event venue. We're going to focus on just a few core elements to specifically help your venue discoverability and referral network growth when it comes to hosting a workshop. First, we're going to talk about audience, knowing them and what might appeal to them. Next, we're going to talk about providing value, how you actually achieve this goal and why it matters to help make your workshop successful. Finally, we're going to talk about a few clever ways you show your deepest gratitude to your best pals already in the industry. There are a few key ways you help make sure you pack the house, and this will, in turn, get more people talking about your big educational event and likely increase attendance. Tucked into all of this is an opportunity to show and tell for the venue. So it's one you're going to want to capitalize on for sure the date of your workshop. We wanted to remind you about where we are right now in the video series, just so you know exactly what we're talking about in each episode and our discussion path makes sense to you. To refresh your memory, the discoverability influence model has 4 circles. We started with circle 1, in-person influence, and the 11 ideas in that section for episodes number 2 through 13. Now we're moving one more ring out to circle 2, the referral network. This is the next layer of influence, and it makes sense as our next step. We're going to cover 17 more venue marketing ideas in episodes number 15 through 31. After we finish this section, we'll move on to the next circle later in the series. If I've learned anything in more than 20 years working in marketing, sales, and building relationships, it's that inviting people over to hang out with you, either personally or professionally, breaks down a whole lot of barriers. After all, when you think about the relationships you're building as budding friendships, it's easier to want to make time to invest in them. But like anything, being a new kid on the block or having a newer role in a venue could possibly make you feel a little stunted in your relationship building game. That's where hosting an educational party comes into play. No, this isn't the same as hosting a cocktail hour. This is something more valuable that people will want to leave work to attend, and they will have permission to do so from their owners or supervisors. I'm talking about an industry workshop. Let's focus on what makes a workshop work. First things first, you have to know your audience. What motivates them? What are they already talking about happening in the industry or in your city? Are there local educational speakers who can speak at a deep level about topics that matter? Or might you want to bring in someone from a nearby town or major market who has a little more national exposure on a topic? Once you have an idea about a topic and a speaker, think next about time. How much time are people willing to give up for you? Will it be easier to get them over to your venue for a breakfast or in the afternoon rolled into a cocktail hour? What about a lunchtime event where people eat and learn? How important will networking be to the audience? If you sit them down and make them be quiet too soon, they don't get much of a chance to meet all the people in the room, do they? That's always just a little pet peeve of mine. And I say this because event attendees almost always tell you that one of the key reasons they came to an event was to network and to meet other people. So I prefer events that don't stunt that immediately and make me be quiet. Maybe I just like to talk a lot. How about your event budget? Do you have the funds to pull off a workshop? And if you don't want to cover the entire night yourself, how about partnering with other vendors or trade groups to make the event bigger and have even more appeal to several audiences? Get creative in your approach here for maximum impact in your area. What you decide to cover in your industry workshop can really either make or break your big event. Topical ideas matter. Social media, marketing, how to stretch any EVENTPROFS marketing budget, new ideas in decor and event design, new risks in event management and production. You're going to know your audience best. So make sure you are truly thinking about adding value to their businesses, be they event vendors, event planners, or other venue managers. Remember, when it comes to network building and referral growth, we're all in this tightly knit community together. If you're still unsure about a topical idea, spend some time seeing what's being covered at the national level so you have your finger on the pulse of what's important to EVENTPROFS today. Once you've really started to outline what you're doing, with whom and when, you're going to want to dial in that event budget and how you're going to promote and ticket the event. Now, your first instinct might be to make the event entirely free, and you can certainly do that if you want to. However, you should know that free events have some of the worst no-show rates of any events. After all, if I've got nothing to lose if I don't show up, what's to keep me from getting too busy that day and just blowing it off and sitting at my desk? I might especially do this if I think I can get all the great content you've put together later in an email or a video or whatever. To help mitigate this risk, and also to add a little more gratitude to your pals, consider meeting in the middle with a series of promo codes that can be distributed to your own personal favorites, your event partners, and anyone else you think will be a key promotional vehicle. I like the idea of asking each personal contact to invite one friend, either from their own business or someone they want to sit with for the entire workshop to benefit their own networking goals. This is just another way to give your besties a nod of thanks. It's a way of saying, I got you. Additionally, also consider making public event tickets available for a nominal fee, but the idea here is to remind people that you value them and their relationships and you're here to help them with their businesses. Having the paid ticket just reinforces that point. We tucked in a related article in the video description to help you come up with 20 ways you can market your event and 5 easy steps. Don't miss that. If you want to add even more value, allow a select number of your best clients to submit specific questions to the speaker in advance to make sure their most pressing questions are answered the day of the event. This also makes it more likely people will show up and hear the answers too. Now, we've scarcely talked about this, but what about the venue? Is this a day to sell the space or to provide value or both? I'd say it's 75% educational/networking value and about 25% venue show and tell day. The big thing here is to remember to make sure the venue shines the day of the workshop. You want every space set up and ready to be showcased that attendees might see or tour. You want the food and beverage to be great. You want the AV and the Wi-Fi to be spot on. You don't want any hiccups. You could even set up tours before or after the event if the schedule allows and makes sense. But if it doesn't, just make sure you have your venue packets at the ready for attendees and take just a moment during the event to showcase the packets and the information contained within. You might even go so far as to offer a special deal or incentive for those who attended on a future booking. You get the idea here. Make sure people realize that you're eager to help them with their venue needs, but it's not the focal point of the day. I hope by now you're feeling buzzed about the idea of hosting an industry workshop in your area and what might work so far as speakers, educational content, attendee lists, and partner ideas. Remember, if you're feeling unsure about how to pull it off alone, bring some pals in to help you vet ideas and come up with something that uniquely represents you, your venue, and your city. I hope you'll join us next time for episode number 20. We're going to talk about giving gifts, the importance of timing, value, and the true message gifts send.
If you've enjoyed this video and thought to yourself, you know what, it would be mighty handy to have some more content like this and some people to talk to on a regular basis about my venue and somewhere to ask questions right as I think of them, well then, I have just the place for you. Pop on over to Facebook and visit facebook.com/groups Venue Marketing Society, no spaces, and connect with us now. We have daily prompts about venue marketing ideas, real challenges people are facing, and other cool things we're finding online. We've also included a link to our group down in the video description here on YouTube to save you a step. I've also mentioned our free downloadable ebook a couple of times in the video, and in case you'd like more learning like this, but want to take it at your own pace and snag a copy of your own, you can grab this link and get the book down in the summary for the video, or you can head over to the blog post mentioned on the screen. Just complete the download form on the blog and poof, you're all set. You'll also receive more exclusive content when you sign up for the ebook that will help you with your learning over the next several weeks. We'd love to socialize with you. Join us online in any of the channels you see here. It'll be great to chat with you. The Venue Marketing 101 video series is created, produced, and licensed by Snappening. We extend our thanks to our production team and the artists who have helped contribute to the work showcased in this video. That's all for today's episode. We look forward to having you join us for the next one right here on our YouTube channel. Your likes and comments on this video help guide our team's future content roadmap, so share the love below if we're helping you in your venue marketing journey, and let us know how we could help you even more in the future. If you'd like to be notified about episodes as soon as they're released, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/snappening.